So yeah, in the CTR Mastermind, Michael's going to teach everything from, okay, you've ordered the CTR Viper, Hydra, and you need to go ahead and download it. How do you download it? After you download it, if you run into any issues, how do you handle it? How do you install it? How do you set it up? Um, and then day two, Brent is going to be coming on. He'll go over some case studies, the numbers. How do you set things up? What percentages are we looking at? Mobile, desktop? Because a lot of people think I'm just CTR. Let me just send a bunch of traffic to whatever keyword I want. There's no real logic to it or anything. And they think, well, it's not working. Yeah, actually, that's not how you do CTR. And that's why it's not working. So, but that's going to be, we're going to be going over that. And I'm going to be going over other things of CTR most people don't think about, such as email, social media signals, ads, all types of ways you can do CTR besides just using, obviously, the software. I use the software, but there are other things I did. If y'all saw some things last night, I have been sitting pretty up top on the Viper. On the Viper for the Hydra I did, which was the CTR manipulation. That term on YouTube goes for about $5 a click. I've been sitting at number one for 2 weeks. Last night, Craig Campbell went on their jump team. Me and him, we talked back and forth. But I've had him on for interview. He's like, I'm guess me and Chris Palmer are gonna have to knock you off. I gave him 24 hours. He still has about another 7 hours, but he's sitting down at about number 8 and 9. Chris Palmer's down about 6 or so. Holly Starks is like way down at the bottom of page 1. And then James Jernigan's right underneath me at 2. But and I haven't even ran any CTR to it in about 2 weeks. So
hey, William, if I could jump in, I gotta say that's some of the best news I've heard. Now, I thought about jumping in. Craig was like, "Hey, why don't you jump in?" I thought about it. I thought, nah, you know what? I'll leave William at the top. I'll let him keep the kingpin up there. But I wouldn't mind going in and pushing Holly down to a couple of pages, maybe page 6 or something,
Yeah.
But if anybody gets up on you, man, let me know because I've got a Tumblr. High
I
trust.
haven't even had to yet, and
If it does, man, let me know because I got the silver bullet. And trust me, one backlink from this sucker will keep you at the top. And you won't even have to do a CTR up there.
So we're going to be going over things like that. I don't really use. I just got into YouTube because of my friend James, and we hit over 400 subscribers as of yesterday, in less than a month, and we're really pushing that out. But we're going to be pushing a lot of training on there. You'll see a lot of things on there after the show tonight. Then what'll happen is this will be put on the back end. Y'all will have access to this replay. No one will have access to the Q&As except everybody that's paid, obviously. That will stop the recording at the Q&A time, which will be at 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, the Q&As will be off the record per se. You can only get in the Q&As when you're here live. Because I don't want this going on. Y'all are here, so Michael's going to lead tonight. Tomorrow will be Brent, and then Wednesday be me, and then probably Thursday Brent, and so on and so forth. Just give you Michael your undivided attention, and he's going to go over everything from you purchase the Viper and let's go, and what do we do? So, all right, you got the floor, Michael.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in today. I see a lot of good familiar faces in here. Valerie, shout out to you. I see up in the corner there. Valerie, I got to ask you, if you don't mind me asking you this on cam, are you a nurse? What type of nursing did you do or do?
I will unmute myself. I have owned my own business for 13 years, so I haven't done in-person actual patient care in a long, long time. I do keep my license current, but I've done everything from ICU to care management, you name it. I've seen it all.
Wow.
There's nothing gross you can say to me that would surprise me. at this point.
Well, thank you. I wanted to write you that in the email. It was meant to last reply would say thank you for doing what you do as a nurse.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, people
So we
don't
work
know
with,
what it's like to appreciate a good nurse. I spent a long time in hospital, so I can tell a good nurse from a bad nurse. I've had a few, so it's good to.
yeah, it's funny how I'm old school, very clinically oriented, and sometimes our new grads are a little green, but
Yeah.
with time comes wisdom.
It does, it does, it does, and I didn't mean to say like bad nurses out there, but you know, when you're in the medical field a lot, unfortunately, you do come across all sorts of different characters. So, you know,
Thank you very much. I
but
appreciate
you can always tell a good nurse. So thank you.
it. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. So let's get cracking here. We won't talk about medical stuff. No one likes to talk about medical stuff except for those that have been in the medical community. Then they love to talk about it. Half of my family are EMTs and firefighters. And anytime they get together, the most amazing stories come out that make me completely cringe because I'm like, oh my gosh, that really happened, that type of stuff. So we won't get medical. We'll go Viper here. Let me just ask from the group of people in here, if you could drop it in the chat. Give me a 1 if you've gotten Viper and a 2 if you haven't. Does everybody in here have Viper? Everybody's got Viper? Okay. All right. A couple of people don't have Viper. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's all right. Okay. First time I've heard of Viper. Awesome. Gabriel. Great name, by the way. Love the name, Gabriel. That's awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, let me just give you, for the guys that have not used Viper, first time you've heard about it, let me just give you a little background overview. Viper is the tool that I created for, can you guys hear me clearly? Everybody hear me clearly? Good. Okay. Because I have my microphone up there. You know, it's a CTR tool, click-through rate tool. So it's an automated bot that uses crowd search, crowdsourcing from all the other people in here. So everybody that's running Viper, like Chris Morris with his amazing computers back there behind them, virtually. Everybody that's running Viper is actually supporting your campaigns and your views, and you're supporting their views and their campaigns. So you download a little tool, it runs in the background on your computer. It does the searches on Google, YouTube. It watches your videos. It does all sorts of amazing things on the back end. It searches out your competitors, well, your videos to rank you against your competitors, I should say. And it searches out websites and GMBs, and it's an awesome, awesome tool. But I am slightly biased here being the creator. So when I say it's awesome, you'd have to take other people's word for it as well, other than just myself. But it's a great tool, works awesome, and people are getting great rankings. Now, it's interesting, William, let me ask you, how long has it been since people got the Viper that have jumped in on this? Would you say a month ago?
It was about a month ago.
About a month ago. We're
less.
about 3 weeks, 4 weeks into it now,
Yep.
which is good. So I'm starting to see what I love to see, and that's testimonials coming in. And I love to see that. So I'm starting to see testimonials. I posted a couple in the group, and I love to see people that are actually ranking with it. You know, it's funny when people buy a tool. Unfortunately, I think there's so much crap out on the market that people don't support. They don't upgrade it. They don't do anything to it, and they sell it, and you buy it, and what happens? It doesn't work. So what I do is I hear from a lot of people, oh my God, this actually works. Oh my gosh, this is actually working. Or, oh my God, Michael, will you update this blasted thing because I can't get my campaigns to run? So we'll be totally open and honest here. We've had a lot of updates. I think everybody here can agree with me. We've had a lot of updates. We've had a lot of failures. We've had a lot of successes. As far as this tool goes, we've been releasing a lot of updates. So since we're going to talk about installing the Viper here in just a minute, I want to give you guys an update for everybody that has bought Viper. I was hoping that tonight we would have a release on the scheduler for the Google Traffic Viper and the Video Traffic Viper. Unfortunately, I just found out right before the webinar that this update will not be out until Saturday. So they've got to rebuild the entire scheduler. So the scheduler is set on a 12-hour format right now, and they're going to build it for a 24-hour format. And that's going to work a lot better with dripping out the views and the visits and all that good stuff. So for the guys that ladies and gents, I should say, that are in here that are waiting on Google Traffic Viper and Video Viper to get that scheduling issue fixed. That will be done by Saturday. Unfortunately, there is a slight delay in there. But all right, so let's go ahead and we'll talk about once you get Viper and you go through it, you download the tool. I'm going to show you what the welcome email looks like here. I'm going to give you guys an overview. If you ever need to move this to another computer, I think William wanted me to talk about installation, how to install it, and how to fix it. Now, this actually should have been done by my programmers. And we tried to release an out-of-box fix. And unfortunately, it's a little humbling experience when you have to say, you know what, we actually didn't do it right. So there's a roundabout way that you have to go at this very moment to fix the tool. Now, maybe in a week or two, when we release a new EXE, hopefully you won't have to do any of this if you're just getting the Viper and you're just installing the Viper. But for those that are just going to jump on the Viper, or you need to move it to another computer, or you uninstall it, this is what you need to do. So I'm going to share my screen here. Let me go over and move this screen out of the way just a moment here. Okay. So I do apologize for the messy desktop, but go figure. This is what it looks like when you do internet marketing all the time. You get 5 trillion things running on your desktop. It's actually kind of cleaned up, to be honest with you. So this is clean, according to me. So I have all my junk right here. So once you go and you download the tool, so you'll go to installs. So you go to installs.viperseotools.com and you'll download this one right here, Hydra Viper. Even though you may have purchased, let's just say you purchased just Video Viper Elite, you don't want to download that because that is an old legacy program, and you don't want to download Hydra Lite because you're not going to get any views with it. That was a free program that was built with the idea of generating more Viper users. Unfortunately, out of 2,000 installs, only about 15 people are running it. So don't download that one. You're not going to get what you want. You want to download the Hydra Viper. So you just click download, downloads it as a zip. Okay, so what I always like to do, because I like to open it up in its own folder. All right, so once you get the zip, just unzip it. Very simple here. Boom, goes right into your folder. You open it up and you go through the setup process. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because I do have the setup video separately to go through the whole setup. But you want to hit setup, not the application. See, a lot of people do that and it goofs up. So you want to do setup. You want to run through the normal, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Boom, you get it installed. Now, once you install it, it's very important to do a couple of fixes first. First things first, you want to grab a little file, which is going to be, let's go back to that screen and we'll go to YouTube. And on YouTube, we're going to go to my videos. Now, you'll actually have a link directly to this. And this is going to be Hydra fix. Hang on a second. Okay. Here we go. So this is what the training file contains right here. March 13th, put it out. Now, this is what causes the most support tickets for me. This right here is the most support tickets. I thought it was going to be an easy, simple thing. I make a video and I tell everybody, hey, go down below. I actually point down below. Click on description and it's going to give you the files. But no one actually, A, either listens to the video completely or B, clicks on the description. So they don't actually get these files. So it's very important that you get these files. So you just go down below. You click on show more and you have 2 files here. Your first file is going to be this file right here. So you download the login.txt. Okay. So you just click this and it's going to give you this big long number right here. You go back and you click on this one, which is going to give you a Hydra Viper. So you just click the little download button. Boom, downloads it right here. Okay, so we're going to click on show folder again. We're going to unzip this one. This is important. You need to unzip it. This is another issue that I see that pops up in support all the time. People don't unzip it. They just take the zip and they throw it into app data. So you unzip it and you open it up. This is the third issue that people don't do, and it goes in my support box. I end up having to install this via TeamViewer. So when you first unzip it, it gives you a folder, Hydra Viper. They'll throw that in the app data, but you got to actually double click it, and you have the internal folder. If you double click that, it brings you to this one. So we go back up, we go to the main file here. Okay, so this is where it gets fun. So you go down to your little search button on your taskbar, and if you don't have a search button, you can right click, go up and hover over top of search. And most times it's hidden, and you can go right up here and put show search box. So if you don't have a search box, this is how you do it. Right click, go up, show search box, click on it, boom, go right into here. So from here, you put the percentage sign. You do app data percentage sign. Okay, you open it up, and you can see right here, I have it roaming. It's in the roaming folder, and I have the Hydra Viper folder. Now you can see that's exactly what I just unzipped, because I already have it in there. I don't need to copy it. But what you would do is you would just copy it and you would drop it right in here. And again, you don't want to do the Hydra Viper RAR. This was one of my earlier training videos. I dropped the whole RAR directly in here. So you just drag it, drop it down here. Be very careful when you drag and drop, because if you do this, it drops it in TeamViewer, and that's not where it needs to go. And then it gets lost, because once you move it out of this file right here, and if you drop it in TextMeth and you're not paying attention, you're trying to move fast, it disappears, and you're like, well, where the heck did that go? Then you have to re-download your file, unzip it again, and now you've got rogue files in, separate little files inside there. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you drag it down here to where it says move the roaming right below it. And you can see it right there below. It says move the roaming. Okay, so just drag and drop, let it go. Close out your window. Once you have the file in here, double click on it. Go to login.txt, double click. And right here is where you put that long digit code, which is right here. So you just copy this code in its entirety, not the file. This is something else that people do. They just copy over, they download the text file and they drop the text file over there. But that's not what you have to do, because it's actually, it's named differently. So you just copy it, you go over and you edit your login file, and you drop it in here and you hit file, and then you hit save. And once you save it, then you can close out your files just like this. So we'll close out these additional folders. Boom, boom, boom. Take that out. And then you want to launch the Hydra, which I've got right here. So I'm going to close out these additional windows. Sorry to those people that just saw their bounce rate go up. My bad. So we'll do this. And I'm just going to log out here. Okay. And now you want to launch your Hydra. So the first time that you've installed it, you've done your fix. Now you want to log in. So you double click Hydra Viper. Okay. And you use the Viper logins that I sent you. So, and yes, I fully admit I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd. I admit it. Okay. When I've told you guys before, I'm a nerd. Smeagol. If you guys get Smeagol, it's Golem, the evil little creature. Sorry, that's my alter ego. Hey, no one's perfect, right? So Smeagol_22 at Yahoo. Very first email I ever created, 1995, public library. It was amazing. It was an amazing day. All right, so once you launch it, it pops up in here. Now you've logged into your tool. What you'll want to do is you'll want to click on your settings. So when you click on your settings, now I'm showing you this way first because I don't want you to make this mistake, but you click on settings and you won't see an API key. 9 times out of 10, you will not see an API key. It'll be blank and you'll be like, well, okay, I got the tool fixed. I got it installed. Where's my API key? Now, what you have to do is you have to log out again. You have to close out again. And you want to open up your portal. And you want to log in to your Hydra portal right here. Okay, so you want to go to your Portal Elite, log in with your logins, and this is very important. This is how you marry you marry your portal to your tool. So you're connecting like a train engine. You're connecting up to the boxcars here, and you're connecting your portal to your Hydra. And this is the way you do it. So you open up, if whatever you got, let's say you got combo and you got all three tools, you would go in here, hit log out, click on Google Traffic Viper, hit log out, click on Google My Business. Okay, everybody's watching a pot try to boil here. Come on. Google Traffic Viper. Oh, come on, Google My Business. I have a short fuse on patience, so I do apologize if I get impatient here with it. I don't know why this is going slow. Programmers are probably in there. But you would click on this. Once it logged into your GMB Viper, your Google My Business Viper page, you could leave it in there or you could log it out. You'd want to go back, relaunch your Hydra Viper, and see you didn't have to log back in. Once you launch your Hydra Viper, it'll automatically log back in. And now you could click on your settings and you see your 2 API keys. Now, if you don't want your browsers popping up, because no one wants to see browsers pop up all day long, you click on Hide Browser and hit Save. The next thing that you want to do is you want to go to Use Google Accounts. Okay, so use Google Accounts. What you want to do with that is you want to click on Application, and you want to put an email address in here. Now, it can be a brand new email address that you create, or it can be your real regular email address, your Gmail account. Please don't use mine. It just wouldn't work very well. All right, we need to have you use your own unique Gmail account. Like I said, it can be an established one that you have, or it can be a brand new one that you've just created. It's very simple. You put in your email, your password. Don't put in your phone number. It's not needed. Put in your recovery email and hit accept. And that's it. Now, you only need one account. You don't need 20 accounts. You don't need 5 accounts. You need just one at this moment until we update it at such a time that you could add in more accounts. And if this is a brand new Gmail account that you've just created, you want to create a free YouTube account on it. All right, so if you just created this Gmail for the first time, you want to log into your Gmail, click on YouTube, create a free channel, hit save, name the channel wherever you want, hit save, and then you've got Gmail. You've got your Google in here, and you've got your YouTube channel set up. And once you do that, it'll work great, and it'll log into the tool. So you want to go back to settings, click on Use Google Accounts, and hit save. Now, this looks like a new feature. Let's see what they did here. Okay, so I'll have to ask programmers what they did with clean. That'll be interesting to see what they put in here. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so I now I know what it is. Okay, so the programmers put a clean button in here, and this will actually clean out any of the additional popped up windows that you have. Now, if you notice, when I just hit clean, it actually shut all of my Chrome browsers down. Now I was able to restore them. It pulled up all the information again. But this may also be something of cleaning out cookies. I'll have to see what they put out. This looks like something that just came out in their latest update. Okay, so once that's done, you can click on change log if you want to see what the last updates were about. So here we go, manual cleaning, old browser session. Okay, that's interesting. And you can see we update this on a pretty regular basis. In fact, it probably irritates some people. I've gotten some emails from people, hey, why are you updating every single day? Why are you updating so much? I'm tired of your updates coming out. Can you just bunch your updates all in one? Well, the thing is that when there's a problem, we like to fix it. And whenever I find there's an issue not working, I like to update it, I like to roll something out and get it taken care of for everybody. But once you come in here, there's something else that you need to know for people that are installing. The first time that you click Launch GMB, after you've logged in, it's going to crash. Except now, right on camera, it's actually going to work the first time. Okay, but the first time that you normally start this, you hit Launch GMB, and it's going to crash. The other thing is yes, if you hover over it, it says coming soon, just ignore that. Ignore that. It's something just on the graphic, on the interface, and programmers just haven't taken away. It's not coming soon. It's here. It's working. I get a lot of people ask me, well, should I click it? It says coming soon. I'm like, just click it. Even if it says stop, just click it, get it going. So Hit that, hit launch, launch, and launch. And now you can see it. So it goes down right into the bottom here, hovers down here, and you can see what's going on. Now, I'm going to go in and talk about, let me ask this real quick on chat. If you guys have seen the embeds and how to do embeds within YouTube, within the Viper, drop a 1 in. Okay, if you don't know how to do embeds on Viper, drop a 2 in. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2. Holy mackerel. Goodness me. Okay, all right, we got some training to do then. That's good. Okay, so does it work on a Mac? If you run Parallels. I have a lot of Mac users, and they run on Parallels. So it will definitely run on Parallels, but it's not a map application. It's a Mac application, I should say. It's a PC application. So it won't run straight on the Mac, but it'll run on Parallels. It'll be good. Okay, so let's say we have down here these little pop-ups down at the very bottom. All right, this one is going to be my video Viper button. So this is how you do the embeds. So you hover over top of the window with your mouse, hover over top of the little open tab here, and you right click and you hit maximize. And when you do maximize, it opens up the full window. And then it's doing the searches within here. It's going to YouTube, it's doing the different searches in, and you can see I'm logged in with my Gmail account right here, my Google account. Okay, so if we want to do an embed, typically you would do it straight from the YouTube search, but I'm going to trigger it through here by going to YouTube directly. And from YouTube, I'm going to say, let's say this person right here, easiest no bread artisan. Okay, so let's say that you have a video in here that you're looking at. You would click on share, and then you would choose one of these options. So one of the options is Blogger. Now, what we've put in here, let me give you an idea of what we did, is we put an automated embed network within the YouTube Viper. So if you get YouTube Viper, you're able to get embeds by clicking the share button. So if you click share button, it's going to go out for everybody that's running Gmail, and everybody that's set up these accounts is going to go out, and it's going to create embeds on whatever properties the people that are watching the Hydra, that have the Hydra running on their computers, whatever social media properties they've done, they're going to get embeds for it if you click the share button. So what type of properties do we have within here? We have Pinterest, we have Twitter, we have Blogger, we have Reddit, we have Tumblr, we have Facebook, I think we have LinkedIn, and that's it. So we didn't do any of these other Russian or whatever they are, Goo, I don't know what that is, but we have LinkedIn, Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit, Blogger, Twitter, and Pinterest. So let's say that we wanted to create a Blogger. Now I've already created this because I've already gone through the setup several times with people, but once you would log in, once you would click on Blogger on that share, you wouldn't go to blogger.com and sign up. Again, you want to make sure that you open up the already video Viper within here, and you click on share, and then you click on the blog. And the reason behind that is that you're logged into your Google account right up here. So you're logged into your Google account already, all of your information saved in Google, right? Not on the Viper, in Google. So it's automatically saved up there in the profile. You'd click on Blogger, and you would say create blog. It's very simple. And you would say choose blog name, hit save. Okay. Name your blog, hit save on that. Then you close out your window and you come back over and you click on Blogger once you've done this. You need to do this one time. Now you would choose your blog and you'd say share. Okay, it's going to put in your title, it's going to put in your blog, and you're going to hit publish. And you'd hit confirm. And boom, there you go. And that's it. Yeah, I don't actually have a website on there. William would have the link. I don't know if William is on right now. I'm sure he could drop his affiliate link for you if you want to grab it.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Thank you, William. All right, so you can see it right here. It did the blog, and look at this. It's dropped out 110 blogs. Now, I haven't done any of these. The vegan fruity, obviously. I like fruit drinks. Okay, that sounds really wrong to do on a webinar, but whatever. So you can see my Viper has been watching a lot of these fruity vegan fruity green smoothie, and it's been blogging these out. Bonking. Do I even want to click on bonking? Not on a live call. I've had some embarrassing moments on live calls by clicking in links. Trust me, I have had embarrassing live webinars where I've clicked on something that I should not have clicked on totally innocently, and it pulls up the absolute worst things. And my face goes as white as my face is. It would go like 8 shades red on a live call. So we'll avoid clicking any type of links within here. Okay, so yeah, Anthony, no, he did not. The 30 campaign. What the heck? Okay, so
he wants the platinum, is what you're talking about.
Yes,
Right?
he wants the platinum.
Okay, I just get so very few people that actually.
That was not a topic tonight, William. What are you doing, dropping platinum on me in the middle of a call, man?
Yeah, he said, but
All right.
William didn't drop the 30 campaign video. Originally, I only dropped the 5 campaign one. Do you want me to drop the platinum one?
That's up to you, man. It's definitely up to you.
All right.
I will say I think you should start with the 5 campaigns first and get a hold of it and make sure you understand what you're doing before you do more than that. You can mess things
agree.
up.
I agree, Nicholas. Yeah.
I did.
But it's definitely worth it. I did the platinum myself.
I originally started, I think, with the 5, and then a week later is when I upgraded to the platinum because I have hundreds of clients and I have to rotate through all of them. But you have to be able to schedule everything out if you're going to do it. So
exactly. Yeah. Chris, I think that may be something you'll have to reach out to me on Facebook.
Yeah, that platinum link is broke.
Man, unbelievable. I thought it was just broken for Chris.
No, it's broken. It's broken for me because remember I'd messaged you before and then you fixed it, and then for whatever reason right now it's broke. But
no way.
Don't
dude.
start with the platinum anyway. Start with the other one first and then upgrade to the platinum later.
Yeah, that's weird that that's broken on you. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay. All right. So we'll go back here to training. So we have Pinterest. Pinterest works great. Again, you just click on pin. You can see I've already set up pins on here. So pins are already coming in. Elizabeth Olsen, I swear to God, I was not watching that or sharing that. I just want to be honest with you on a webinar. I was not doing Olsen, okay, videos or shares. Not me, okay? But anyways, we put this in here and it would just automatically share. It would share like my feed right here. So I did Viper Vids. And you would click on, I think, see it now. And it would hit save. Okay, and it gets saved to your Viper Vid. So now you've got an embed here on this pin. Okay, and the same thing for Twitter. I haven't signed up for the Twitter yet. The Reddit, it goes to Reddit. This is crazy on Reddit. It would come in directly in here. You can see I have Interesting Viper is the name of this one that I did. And it would create your share and then create your post, and it would post it directly out to it. So it'd go here to my profile. It would hit post. And here's what it would look like. So now you get an embed on Reddit, which is awesome. You can do Tumblr and you can do Facebook. Now, I'm not yet signed up for a Facebook account on here, but you have to sign up, verify it through that email. It's pretty easy, I believe. This one too, sign in. Okay, so you can see right here, it says continue as Michael. Now, a couple of them you can do this on. I believe Pinterest you can do this on. LinkedIn, you can do it on. You can't do this on Facebook, I don't believe, but some of those other ones in here, maybe Tumblr, you can say continue as. So in this end, you would hit continue as Michael. Takes your information, pops it in. Okay. So obviously I didn't have LinkedIn before. So you'd have to try either a different one or click join now and set up here. Let's see if that will do it. Okay, there we go. So I would just create a password, hit agree and join, get that in there, and then you start getting LinkedIn posts. You start getting saves out to it. Now, why is this powerful? Let me ask you guys about embeds. What do you know about embeds? Drop it in the chat if you know about embeds. Okay, very good. Anthony, map embeds help map rankings for GMB. Valerie, they count as views. Yes. William, one of the things I use on every client, map embeds. Yep. Link insertions, keyword insertions. Exactly. All right. Embeds are super powerful. Embeds are very, very powerful. Let me ask you this question. Does anyone know about IFTTT networks? If you know what an IFTTT network is, drop a 1. If you don't know what the devil I'm talking about, drop a 2. Okay. All right. That's cool on IFTTT. Okay. So IFTTT is if this, then that. That's exactly what it is. It means if this, then that. If you go to ifttt.com, you can sign up for free, completely free, and you can create applets basically within there. And what you do with these little applications is you connect it, say, up to your YouTube account. And every time you upload a video, you can say, if I upload a video, then it goes to Blogger, then it goes to Tumblr, then it goes to Twitter, it creates a tweet, it goes to Pinterest, it goes to LinkedIn, it goes to wherever. And what it does is when it goes out there, it drops your video in and it embeds it. Now this creates a unique URL on your video URL. So your video URL would be like youtube.com/embed/ the code of your video. And if you send traffic directly to your embed URL, it's counting as an embed view, which means that you're getting a unique view on YouTube and you're getting a unique view via the embed. So these are very important for ranking videos. Embeds are extremely important for ranking videos. I can't tell you how much people love embed networks. They love getting all these additional links going out. So having an automatic embed network in there is very, very, very powerful. You can rank videos like crazy on embeds. Now, what we're finding are these brand new blog links that people have created. Let's say Robert created, Nicholas created it, William created it, I created it. Jean Francois. Am I saying your middle part of your name there, your first name right? I'm terrible at names, by the way. Forgive me. In there, okay, thank you. I slaughter names all the time. It's a secret, horrible thing I do on live calls. And I kill the worst. The best names, I kill the worst. So I do apologize. It's just part of me being horrible on calls. So for those are great ways to get embeds out there. So let's say that we have all these accounts and they're embedding our video out. We're getting, say, 23. Let's say that you upload a video and you run it through Viper and you get 23 embeds from Tumblr. That's good. That's really good. Let's say out of that, you get 16 Pinterest shares. Maybe you get 7 Facebook likes. You get 14 tweets. All right. These are all social signals that go straight to YouTube. Okay, this video has been optimized. This video has received comments from the Viper. This video has gotten click-through rate. This video has gotten views. This video has been shared to Facebook, to Twitter, to Pinterest, to Blogger, to I'm running out of fingers. Why did God only give me 5 fingers here for this? So you're blowing out all these great embeds, right? You're getting all these awesome embeds. These are creating powerful backlinks to your videos. And what we're finding is, since we have all these networks out here being created now by all of our Viper users, their blogs are getting indexed in Google. We're finding these brand new blogs like my Viper Interesting Things are getting indexed in Google. Not just me. We're finding customers. We're finding you guys. We're finding Viper user blogs that they just created are getting indexed in Google, which is awesome. That means that you could use that blog yourself. You could drop out your own content already indexed in Google. You're getting power from the Viper network. And not only that, but I'm getting ready to ask, and I meant to ask this because during my mastermind on Tuesday, I told everybody on the mastermind, Nick was there, and I said after our 5 hours of excruciating, mind-numbing SEO crack that we talked about, it was great. We had a really long call. It was a record breaker. I've never gone for 5 hours. I talked so much my teeth about fell out, but it was awesome. We had a really powerful mastermind. But I told those guys I was going to drop a Google sheet into the group, and I did not. I just remembered for the first time. But what I want to do is I want to find out how many people are running accounts in the Viper. I want everybody to report their main URLs that they've created for all these Web 2.0s. And what I'm going to do is take all of your URLs and run them through my master suite on the Google Traffic Viper. I'm going to build even more power to your links. And then I'm going to take expired accounts with high trust flow and high page authority. And I'm going to start creating high backlinks, high powered backlinks of boosting trust flow into your social media profiles that are in the Viper. And that's even more power, because if you power up, say, if I take a high authority Tumblr, let me ask you guys, if you guys know, Drew is right. Drew, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself here in chat. Drew is one of my platinums. Jacques was a horrible, horrible French name. I totally slaughtered. Yes, for the longest time. In fact, he finally couldn't take it anymore. He left. He was like, I cannot take Michael murdering my name. So I think for the longest time, I called him Jax. It was terrible. It was really horrible. Until I finally said, Jacques. Someone finally yelled at me, for the love of God, Michael, we'll pay you extra money if you just say Jacques. All right. So thank you, Drew. Oh man, that was great. That was really great. I had this one guy, his name was Dale. Okay. D-A-L-E, right? I called him Dale. And he would get really mad at me. He's like, I'm not a computer, Michael. I'm Dale. I'm like, okay, Dale. He's like, I'm not a computer. So we went back and forth. That was a lot of fun. So it's those embarrassing moments that you can bring up that really break the ice for people. They're like, oh, I think he's a robot, but he is human after all. So thank you, Drew, for bringing that up. And my face is starting to get tinted. That's a good thing. I'm starting to get blood flow back into the brain here, which is awesome. All right. So with these high-powered links, let me ask you guys a question. How many people know about high trust flow boosting? If you know what high trust flow jacking is, drop a 1 or a yes. If you don't, drop a 2 or a no. Okay. All right. We got some ninjas in here. We got some people that need to learn about the ninja strategy. Okay. All right. That's cool. I'm going to just call you Jay out so I don't get myself in trouble. How about that? All right. Perfect. So with links, when you start powering up these links, and this is something that's going to be very, very powerful for the Viper network, is the more embeds that your Web 2.0s get from the Viper network, the more authority they're going to build over time. So right now, it's a brand new link, Viper Interesting Links, or WilliamJonesRocks.tumblr.com. Let's say that he created that blog. Or WilliamJonesBeatCraigCampbell.com, okay, .tumblr.com. He's bragging about it. Yeah. All right. So he's got his link up there, right? And he starts receiving in his first month 30 embeds from the Viper network. And in the second month, he gets 90 embeds. And then the third month, he gets 95 embeds. And it goes on and on and on. He's building it. In 6 months' time, that brand new Tumblr account that says WilliamJonesRocks.tumblr.com started out at 0 trust flow, 0 page authority. Page authority is how powerful the actual page is. The trust flow is how trustworthy Google sees that blog or that site or that URL. Now, let's say after 6 months' time, he may have 5 trust flow. He could have 10 trust flow, depending on how much power has been put into those links. Let's say in a year and a half, he has 20 trust flow on that Tumblr from the Viper network, just having it sitting in there, receiving embeds from the Viper network, doing it all autonomously. He's now got trust flow on that account. William could create a do follow link in the video, in the description on that Tumblr, and boost his videos even further. So at the beginning of this talk, at the beginning of this call, I told William, hey, if Craig knocks you off your, off your crown here, if he gets you off the throne of where you're beating him in the CTR video, let me know, because I got a very powerful tumbler. So I could use that high trust flow and boost William to the top. Someone knocks him off the throne, one link, and I could get him right back up there. I could crown him. In fact, right now I could crown William king. I could blow those guys off of any page in a New York minute. I could pass juice to whatever link I wanted to with a high-powered link. So this is what's powerful about these embeds. So when you have these embeds, when you have these embed links within the Viper network, and it's running through, we're building you, and you're building us, and we're working together as a community completely autonomously. And that's where power comes from. So let's say after 2 years of being in the Viper network, you're like, you know what? I'm going to pull this link out. Cha-ching. I'm pulling out a deposit here from the bank, and I'm going to use this blog for myself. That's fine. Cha-ching. You pull it out. Not a problem. Put another Gmail in. Let it build. Put another account in there. Let those Web 2.0s build. But now you've got super powered Web 2.0s built up from the Viper network. And when they're all working together, you're boosting videos faster. You can use that authority to boost your own sites, your own blogs, GMBs. GMBs. You can create embeds of GMBs. And when you create an embed in those GMB social sites, I know we're going off a little bit here because we're starting to talk about some crazy SEO, but you can pass juice, trust flow via those embeds to whatever link you put in there, map embeds, GMB embeds. You can stack authority. The highest stack I've ever done was 8 stacks. So you could get like a Twitter embed, a Twitter moment embed. You could create a Tumblr embed, a Blogger embed, a WordPress embed. You could embed something out 7 times or 8 times or 9 times through Google Sheets, Google Properties, whatnot, and use these to boost your videos, to boost your GMBs, to boost your websites. I once ranked, last year I did a case study with a guy in the UK. Michael Martin, you may know him. He does Magic Page plugin. If you haven't heard of him, great guy, does mass page websites. And I said, hey, I want to do a case study, but I want you to give me your absolute dirtiest, nastiest website. Okay, I want something that not pornographic. Let me back up here. The PG version, okay? Okay, so nothing bad like that. Not Animal Farm or anything. Okay, we're not going there. But anyways, so nothing. William, that was bad to laugh that part. Okay, so you have bad timing, man, for the evil mastermind laugh. Okay, now it's starting to really go red. But anyways, so you have, I told him, give me something really bad. So he gave me his website that he'd spammed the living hell out of. It was de-indexed in Google. It was penalized in Google. It was not anywhere in Google because it had been de-indexed and had been penalized. And he wanted it to rank in Liverpool, England, for locksmith. Are you freaking kidding me? Right in the middle of Liverpool? No way. 20 links. No CTR. 20 links. Tumblr links with trust flow. And I ranked him in 2 weeks, page 1 of Google. Page 1, number 1, 20 links. And that's what you can do with embeds. That's what you can do with Web 2.0 accounts that have trust flow on them. And that was it. And I didn't have any content on them. Had no content. They didn't have any blogs. They didn't have any shares. They didn't have anything. All they had was trust flow. And I went to a big SEO who I trust, who I love to death. I'm not going to name him. He's amazing. And I went to him and I told him the strategy beforehand. He's like, trust flow doesn't work, Michael. Why are you even wasting your time? Page authority. He poo-pooed the whole thing. Doesn't work. I was like, watch me. 2 weeks later, I roll up with the screenshots. I'm like, check it out. And you know what? He's still ranking page 1, number 1. And those links aren't even there anymore. There may be 1 link left on there. But I pulled those links out. And even though I pulled those links out, he's still ranking. His penalty was removed within a week of Google. All of his pages got indexed on the mass page from it. So links are powerful. And the moral of this story is when you're running these links in the Viper embed network, this is what I'm going to be doing. So when I pop this into the Viper tools, for those that are Viper members, hopefully I'll get that sheet in. I'll remember it tonight. And I'll pop that sheet. I said sheet. I'll drop that sheet in there. I'll say, hey guys, drop your social media URLs in here for everything that you've created through your Gmail, through the Viper Gmails. And I'm going to take those and I'm going to apply my high trust flow to your Web 2.0s. So to your Tumblrs and your bloggers and your Twitters. And you may be saying, well, wait a second, Twitters don't pass trust flow. They don't, or page authority, but a Twitter moment does. And that's a whole new strategy. That's a whole different strategy. So without going into the platinum strategies, Nicholas is over there saying, well, he just shut the hell up and stopped telling everybody these awesome strategies. This is how Empower Amp the network. So when we look at the top down of the tools, it's very important. It's imperative that you set up your Gmail accounts and that you set up your social media profiles within the Video Viper if you get the combo and if you get the Video Viper. If you get combo, you get Video Viper. If you have just Video Viper or just GMB Viper, you can't really do that within the Viper network yet. But maybe down the road you'll get Video Viper if that's the case, if you want embeds, etc. But in the meantime, I'll be taking all those links and we'll be blasting them with power, authority, traffic, etc. But it's very exciting to see this happen. I'm very excited to see these embeds and these brand new blogs getting indexed in Google, which is super cool. So I think we covered good install there. Hopefully everybody got that. I went off harebrained on trust flow, so I do apologize for the crazy SEO there. And anything else I may have given you ideas about, I apologize for generating those great tantalizing things within your head of the SEO. William probably got more than he asked for. He's like, hey, can you come on and install, show people how to install? I'm like, sure, let me just unload all my secrets. It's one of my problems. Once I start talking on camera, if you get me talking on camera, I'll start telling you everything. I'll start divulging Nicholas's secret obsession with socks. Okay, maybe not, I don't know, but whatever. I'll start talking about all sorts of things SEO related. So let's see here.
Yeah,
Let me check out
didn't Nicholas also post some results in the Viper tool?
He did.
I thought so. I love seeing.
Yeah, man. You everything you're talking about with the embeds, like guys, that is the most. That's how I did it. Really, I mean, I made campaigns with YouTube videos. I sent traffic through YouTube to my GMB, to my website, to inner pages on my website. All of that is super powerful, and you just got to do it the right way. If you do it the way they say, you will see results, and just be consistent with it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'll share my screen here real quick. This was a support email I got, which wasn't good at the beginning. All right, so before I share it, let me give you some background here. This guy bought from William. William would probably know this gentleman's name. Maybe he's in here. I haven't looked at everybody in here. So if you're in here, I apologize, but I blurred out your name, so your name's not in here. So he wrote me an email after 2 weeks. He was frustrated. He was mad. It was one of those support emails I don't like to get where I look at, I'm like, oh man. He didn't ask for a refund, but he said, I'm done. I've had it. He's like, I'm so pissed, Michael. I'm so mad. He's like, I feel like your system's cheating. He got mad because he felt like the platinum members were getting better benefits than everybody else. I'm like, no, everybody's getting the same benefits. He thought there was a cheating system in here where people were able to pick campaigns and only run certain campaigns. And I had to tell him, no, that's not the case. That's not happening. But anyways, he was like, I've uninstalled the tool. I've had it. Just don't recharge me. Don't charge me again. And that was on March 30th. Okay, so we're on April 1st here. This is how fast the winds can change. Okay, so winds change pretty quickly. So March 30th, he wrote in, he was mad, he was ticked off. He was like, 2 weeks of running this. I didn't get a single click. He was looking at the statistics, not the statistics that he should have looked at. He was looking at the campaign statistics. So he didn't think he was getting any traffic. And he hadn't checked out his analytics yet. So let me go and share this here on the screen. Okay, so I think I got him completely blurred out here, okay? There is more not working things than working, but the fact is 2 weeks of running this software on my PC, I didn't receive even a single click. I'm done with this software. I don't understand it. Don't charge me again. And he was fit to be tied. I was like, okay, well, how can I save this guy? So basically I wrote him back. I was like, hey, look, You're looking at the wrong statistics. You need to click on your statistics tab. You've definitely been getting it. And said, listen, I've canceled your account, but you've still got 2 weeks. Once you reinstall the Hydra, get back in touch with me. Let's work together. And at least you can use it for another 2 weeks to boost your property. And let's see what comes of it. Well, day later, after March 31st, April 1st, he wrote me in and he said, hello, we see increase in rankings now. One of the phrases increased from like 50 to 13 in 1 day. But the huge issue is credit distribution. As you can see in my account, we sent 500 visits to my website because we didn't see deep feed properly. So I guess he was talking about the scheduler. So he sent in 500 instant. Okay, then he wrote in here a couple of other things pertinent to his account, so I blurred that out. And he said, for me, the software is really working. Anyways, I want to stay as a user. How to pay for next month's. You work a lot to get software better. We see results, and even with the little amount of credits, it might be worth to stay if, we see increased positions a bit. I translated there a little bit. So that was awesome. That was success right there. So after 2 weeks, he went and he decided, he read my email. He decided, well, let me check out my statistics and let me check out my analytics. And he looked at his analytics. And he went from position 50 to 13. Boom, straight up. And this was using Google Traffic Viper only. He wasn't in GMB Viper. He wasn't in Video Viper. He was doing strictly Google Traffic Viper. And his campaigns were kind of large. One of his campaigns, I think, had 2,000 visits on it. He was pumping it. When I saw his account, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's pumping way too much traffic. At least for me, I'm more conservative on how much traffic to send in. And he was sending it in without a scheduler. I don't think he even used a scheduler. But anyways, look at the rankings. He sees ranking. And I love to hear that. I love to see that. Here was another person. And this actually was right after Nicholas. So I told Nicholas, I was like, Nick, I'm starting to get PMs from people because he posted his testimonial. And I got another PM here from this person. And she wrote in and she said, hi, Michael, look how GMB Viper contributed to one of our campaigns, less than 2 weeks using GMB Viper. And she drew the line there on her graph, boom, straight up. Okay, so far this month. And she sees it going up, right? This is a very competitive business. But this was the downside of it. I won't post an update on Viper Tools group yet. I'm waiting for the result to come in. Right now, we're ranked number 2 on maps and organic. You can't beat that with a stick. And the 2-pack, out of the 3-pack, you're number 2. When we reach number 1, I'll post an update right away. Even though we're on the 2nd spot, the client's threatening to end the contract if we don't give him the number 1 spot on both maps and organic results. Holy moly. Who are you working for? That's tough. You're in a 3-pack and they're demanding number 1 in 3-pack in Google? Holy mackerel. Mama mia. Gotta pump that baby up in that case. But I was like, oh man, it might be a while before I get a testimonial in there. But I was happy to see this, that they're in the 3-pack and they're organically, number 2. So that was cool. That was really nice and impressive there. So I love to see that. I'd love to see those coming in. And then you got to think about all the people that don't ever share the results. So let me tell you what, a lot of people don't share the results. They don't want you to know. The quiet ones. As I told Nicholas in the last mastermind, who do you got to be aware of online? The quiet ones. The people that aren't talking. Those are the people that are the serious SEOs. The people that are being loudmouths and they're out on putting themselves out on YouTube. Sorry, William, not you. And everybody else. No, I'm dead serious. But the loudmouths out there. Oh, look at me. I'm the greatest SEO in the world. Hey, check it out, type of thing. Those are the guys that are blowing so much smoke up anybody else that will just listen to them for 5 minutes. But it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for. The unassuming people that you look at and you judge, you pass judgment on. Look at that guy. He's got the Lamborghini parked in his garage. All right. He's the quiet guy. You got the Lamborghini in there. He's not blowing his horn everywhere. Those are the ones you got to watch out for online. It's true. The people that are always flashy and they're talking about what great people they are, they're really not. They don't even have all the cards in their deck. You know, all the marbles aren't in their bag. As my grandfather would say, their elevator doesn't go to the top floor. So you gotta love
they're one
grandparents.
fry short of a Happy Meal.
Yes, yes. One taco short of a combination plate. Good stuff. So yeah. So anyways, that was some great testimonials, and I love to see those. I want to see more. I know people are ranking. I know people are ranking Viper.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stop for some Q&As, if that sounds good to you, Michael.
I'll shut up for a few minutes.
No.
Once I get going, it's hard. Shut up. So just tell me, will you shut your pie hole?
No, we'll stop recording and let them ask some questions and stuff. But yeah, and I checked this morning that video is still ranking, and I made sure because Craig he wrote and he said, I hate to burst your bubble. Because he pokes at me and him poke at each other. We're not on quote. We're like whatever, but he poked at me. He said, "Well, Jane, I hate to burst your bubble, William, but William's number one." I said, "You're looking for my mobile phone. Clear your cache." And then James, the guy he said beat me, said, "No, he's right. You're still number one, William." I said, but. Mind you, I said, James, you did rank up to number 2 above Chris Palmer, Holly Starks, and Craig Campbell within less than an hour. And this was an easy term that they are still not ranking for. So, but
I mean, just a pure pleasure, if I can speak here,